Hello crafty friends, welcome to another card making video. Today we're going to take another page out of my current journal and use it for inspiration in card making. So on these pages are pictures that I've cut out of a recent card making magazine. I think it was Simply Cards and Papercraft, and these were the cards featured in the magazine that appealed to me. So I thought today I would take one of them for my inspiration. This card had a starburst of bright colours radiating out from behind a black and white sentiment and some black doodly flowers cascading down the front of the card. I didn't want to copy the card exactly, so I decided just to pull some elements and use those on my own card design. So I liked the raggedy look of the colourful areas, and I thought I'd achieve that using masking tape, tearing it in half and placing it in bands across my card front. I'm working straight on the card blank here. So I'm not doing a starburst, I'm doing horizontal bands of alternating white and colour. And once I'd got my raggedy bands down, I pressed down the masking tape, gave it a really good burnish to make sure it was in good contact. I also made sure that I covered up any little cracks in the masking tape so that I didn't get any ink where I didn't want it, because I decided to ink blend for adding my colours. Now the inspiration card had lots of different colours on it, but I decided to stick with just warm colours. So I chose 3 distress oxides. I've got abandoned coral, which is a nice pink, then a bright orange, spice marmalade, and then a more muted yellow scattered straw. I added the bolder colours first and then filled in the gaps with scattered straw, and once I'd covered everything with ink, I just went in with the pink and the orange again where I felt it needed it. And once I'd done that, I was able to peel off my masking tape and I got some lovely alternating bands of colour and white, which I think is really striking. So next I needed to do my flower stamping, and I didn't have the exact stamp set that was on the card in the magazine, but I had something quite similar, a doodly flower stamp set. I picked a kind of medium sized one from the set so that I could get an odd number on the front of my card, and I stamped 5 of them tumbling down. And then I thought I would deviate from the inspiration a little bit and add some smaller doodly flowers. So these came from one of my hodgepodge stamp sets, which is a kind of collation of stamps from different sets. The inspiration card had a few black spatters on it, but I thought I'd go for a metallic, so I went for a copper and spattered it from the top to the bottom for a bit of energy. And I set that aside to dry and worked on my sentiment. I had a quick rummage through my sentiment stamp sets and came across this one that says Sunshine and Happiness. It was quite big and bold and bouncy, and I felt it would work well on the front of this card. I did stamp it 4 times just in case I messed up, but I didn't, so now I've got a few extra to put in my stash. I did have to use a black pen to correct a little bit here and there, but that was fine. And then I picked one of the stamped images and drew round it with a pencil to create a guideline. And then I drew over that with a black Sharpie, because on the inspiration card, the sentiment is a white circle with black writing on it and a black border around the outside. So I thought I'd mimic that, but with a different sentiment and a different shape. I then trimmed that out with my scissors to create a little white border, added some pop dots of foam on the back, and then put my rule of thirds acetate grid over my card to help me position the sentiment, and I put it 1/3 of the way up from the bottom and 1/3 of the way in from the left. This did cover up a few of my smaller flowers, so I decided to add a couple of extras. I just popped the stamp on the end of my finger, inked it up and stamped it down. I did manage to press a little bit too hard with one of them and it went all splurgy, so I fixed that by filling in the pattern. And I then had to fill in the pattern on all the other flowers of that kind, so it made some kind of sense, but that was fine, even though I do find whenever I try to fix a mistake, for want of a better word, I always end up making another mistake and having to fix that. But that's part of the joy of making cards, I think. Once that black ink had dried, I thought my dark black flowers needed a centre, so I added that with Copper Penny Nouveau drops. And that was this card finished. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I did enjoy taking inspiration from one of the cards in my notebook. And I hope you've enjoyed the video and it's given you some ideas of things you can do with the craft supplies that you already have. If it has, please do let me know in the comments, leave a thumbs up, and if you want to see more from me, subscribe and ring the notification bell. And I'll see you back here very soon for another video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.